Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Darius from artistshortcut.com, and today I want to give you an idea on how to promote your music on Reddit. So Reddit is kind of like a big forum. It's like just a super huge forum with different subreddits, which are kind of like sub forums for you to hop in and talk to people, and they're their own communities. And Reddit is not a place for like spam or like BS, because the people on Reddit usually can figure that out. They see BS from a mile away. And you can't just go in there and say like, hey, check out my music or check out whatever. Like, it doesn't work like that. So what I want to do is give you an idea on how to organically or more naturally promote your music on Reddit. So the first thing I would do is I would create an account. That's the first thing. Create an account on Reddit. Then the second thing I would do is start your own subreddit. But you can have it as your own. You can have it as your rap name. You can have it as like a group. It could be whatever, your label may be called, or if you don't have a label or you just got your own little clique or whatnot, like you can name it that, or you can go as broad as like Cleveland Rap Group. And I'll say Cleveland because that's where I'm at. Cleveland Rap Group, or Cleveland Rappers, or whatever. Like, your main goal is to form a community for you to post in. Then from there, I would post your own music. So do a self post in the beginning and just write. It's all text, so when people click your actual page or your post in that subreddit, then they see text and they can read it or whatnot, and it's not a link directly to your website. So I would talk about a song you just made, use it as almost like a blogging platform for your own subreddit, and then go into communities like Making Hip Hop. So I'm a member of the Making Hip Hop subreddit on Reddit, and there's tons of rappers in there. There's tons of producers, and they're all in there talking about hip hop and music making and marketing and all types of stuff all day. Like, that's what it's for, just making hip hop and becoming kind of successful, whether you're a producer, you're an artist, you're an engineer, like whatever it is. So join a subreddit like that, and then just stay active in that community. So what happens on Reddit is that the more you post, the more people become interested in like you as a person, because there's not necessarily a big profile that shows like your Twitter and your Facebook and all this other stuff. Like, you don't have that. It's usually people using like aliases as usernames, and you have no idea about this person. So what you do is you go to their page and you look at their post history to see what they've posted. Now, the more engaged you are in a subreddit, the more people will actually click your page and want to see like what it is you do, or what it is, you've been engaged in, or whatever. Like, they just like to backtrack some of your post. Now, if you've just been posting in this subreddit that you created with your own music and something interesting about yourself in each one of those posts, somebody's going to go back and they're going to look at that. And it could be a lot of people, or it could be, a small amount, depending on like how big your posts eventually get. So definitely do that. Don't go in a subreddit and say, hey, check out my music, or I just released this fire song, or like whatever it is. Like, don't do that, because you're gonna ruin your reputation big time quickly if you do that. And subreddits like Making Hip Hop, and I'm just using them as an example because they're one of the main hip hop subreddits that I'm in, is that they have things like a weekly feedback submissions thing. So you can go in there, submit your music, and then people will give you feedback, and then you can go give other people feedback, and it just works as like a kind of like a cycle, a machine, where everybody is giving everybody like honest feedback so that everybody can improve. I've seen them do a kind of like a collaborative mixtape where people submitted their songs on the subreddit, and then somebody created like their own mixtape, and it got promoted, and everybody's seen the stats and stuff like that. And there's other cool things. There's producers in there that's willing to work with artists that are not financially sound people. Like, they don't have millions of dollars. They're willing to work with artists like that just to help them grow and to help you as an artist grow. So like, definitely, I highly recommend joining a subreddit like Making Hip Hop. And definitely create your own subreddit with your own stuff, and you post your stuff in there, but then be engaged in these other communities. So I'm Darius from artistshortcut.com. That's how I would promote my music on Reddit. If you have any questions or anything, leave a comment below. Please thumbs up the video and subscribe if you haven't.